spend the rest of my life like that. It feels so real. It's not fair. The channels have been flagged and basically they're just looking into it at this point, and I know for a fact that a lot of the videos, they're just hate videos for the sake of it, you know. So the channels in question are currently being investigated, so that's some really good.
Why don't you shut your mouth?
I would never hold you
Seriously.
responsible for your fans.
I don't even know who you are, Nicholas. At the end of the day, the issue was between me and Mark.
Oh, you will.
And then me and Tipster.
Yes.
Hey, Nicholas DeOrio, we in this shit, son?
Where do I begin? Insecurity is a character trait that runs rampant across the internet. Some people try to keep their social medias private to create their own safe spaces and attempt to manage their engagements because they mentally can't take the confrontation. Well, when you become an e-celebrity, however, this becomes literally fucking impossible, and you're presented with a choice. To either swallow your pride and accept criticism when it comes a-knockin', or you can flag, strike, and report your way to that precious peace of mind. Today, we aren't even talking about something as difficult as criticism. Today we're talking about a girl who couldn't even take a simple joke without attempting to cripple a smaller YouTuber's channel. Suzy Lu is a Twitch and YouTube streamer that plays a variety of games. She boasts an audience that's well over 230,000 subscribers. However, that's not what we're here to talk about. About a week ago, she filed a knowingly false DMCA copyright strike against a YouTuber named Mark After Dark. What did this man do? Was he relentlessly criticizing her? Was it a hit piece that would damage her precious reputation? No. It's actually far worse. The clip hurt her right in the feels.
Oh, please don't tell me that's the end of it. No! I want to spend the rest of my life like that. It feels so real. It's not fair. It's not fair. That's made me cry because it was so amazing.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you're wondering why Suzy has a cartoon mustache, it's because I'm protecting myself from the inevitable strike that she's probably already filing and subsequently frantically dialing her YouTube advisor as we speak. Eventually, Suzy spoke out and explained her thought process here.
They literally took my section of the video at the end, zoomed in a little bit, zoomed out, and put some closed captions on it. Now, I have done so much research about this since Monday, and at no point has it fallen under fair use. In my opinion, it's not a massive deal. It is certainly not Suzy Lu is abusing anything. At the end of the day, someone re-uploaded my content, it was not fair use, and it was taken down. If they believe it to be otherwise, they can deal with it themselves.
This emulates the generic, "I don't understand fair use" response that we've heard from previous offenders like Just Destiny and Alinity. But it's pretty undeniable when you put the clips side by side and account for the audio editing that has clearly taken place.
Oh, please don't tell me that's the end of it. No! I want to spend the rest of my life like that. It feels so real. It's not fair. It's not fair. That's made me cry because it was so amazing.
Stop it. Get some help.
Ugh. That's made me cry because it was so amazing. So beautiful I cried. Best title for a video.
So we have entered our first act of the manga here, and unfortunately, Strike Master Suzy has failed to convince basically anyone who's looked into this story objectively.
Yes. The Mark After Dark clip, the way I understand it, is he took some funny clip of hers and like added it to his commentary on something else, correct?
Yes. The clip was standalone before his video. The clip was the entire first 27 seconds of his video.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the point of it?
But he did edit it.
He took out some dead air and added some echo. That's right.
There was and some zoom ins and some other stuff. There was a lot of
audio edits. And
so I mean that's cut and dry. That's just fair use.
But as we delve deeper into Suzy Lu's response video, it all starts to make sense.
Fair use is such a gray area. That's the thing. Like, fair use will only ever really be decided by a judge in court. Now, you obviously have to get to that point. It says on this official website in regards to copyright and fair use, if the copyright owner disagrees with your fair use, then it has to be resolved with a lawsuit, i.e. going to court and things like that. In my opinion, it's not a massive deal. It is certainly not Suzy Lu is abusing anything. At the end of the day, someone re-uploaded my content. It was not fair use and it was taken down. If they believe it to be otherwise, they can deal with it themselves.
Suddenly a ditzy girl who didn't know better contradicts herself. She says a judge is the one who determines whether something is fair use, and she also says she is the one that determines whether a piece of content is considered fair use. This is a lovely contradiction because it begins to give us an understanding of the overarching storyline that will reach past this arc in the anime that's unfolding before our very eyes. Suzy Lu, a 230,000 subscriber YouTube channel, is willing to bully a smaller creator who doesn't have enough money to take her to court. She is fully aware that she would lose this lawsuit, I'm sure, but it doesn't matter. She knows as well as everyone that this case will never make it to a judge. So she will flex and flex because her ego is the size of her forehead. Unfortunately for our young hero Suzy Lu and her audience of white knights who defend her every fault and mistake, this was the straw that broke the dog's back. That's right, Suzy, when it rains, it pours. See, when you accuse someone of violating fair use for as ridiculous reasons as Suzy gave, you better be damn sure you haven't committed acts worse than what you're striking. Right, Suzy? You wouldn't do that, right, Suzy?
This is the type of stuff on YouTube that pisses me off. This is a live stream. This is a YouTuber doing that live stream. Now, do you see this YouTuber in this video? Or is this stream just pure theft of BBC content? This is pure mainstream media content just being streamed. Here, have a listen. There's no commentary or anything over this. It's pure theft of content just so that they can get views. Don't support people like this. This is no better than stealing something directly from someone's house or from a store. It's pure theft and it's bullshit.
Uh-oh. So we're just gonna let you off the hook for one because you took the video down. Well, other than stealing content from the BBC, she also has been proven to steal gameplay footage. But Suzy has a real good explanation for that one too.
So, other things that people have dragged into this, and we're going all the way back 3 years ago to when I wasn't even doing YouTube full-time. I was sitting in the living room with my mom and dad, and I was talking to my friends on the computer, and everyone was talking about the election on our Skype group, and it was kind of getting frustrating, and we all wanted to just like talk somewhere else while watching it at the same time. So I was like, why don't I just like stream it and we can all just like talk in the chat. People are bringing this up in their hate videos because they're like, she specifically did this to try and grow on YouTube. Now, I'm a gaming channel, so what the heck would I actually gain from doing BBC stuff? So the next point of conversation that I want to talk about in this is there's so many people now, and I feel like it's just become a bit of a meme, where it's like, do you have the copyright to play that game on YouTube? So actually, yes. And of course, companies will actually send me gameplay themselves. Like if I'm unable to attend an event, they'll send me B-roll. I see comments all the time that's like, wait, it's a mixture of your gameplay, but there's some gameplay in there from other channels. That's because we all get sent the same gameplay when it comes to the B-roll.
And what you need to understand is that this anime is very complex. There are a lot of moving parts going on in the background, and while all of this has been going on, Suzy's boyfriend, Stijo, who at this point was referring to himself as a lawyer, was defending her every word on Twitter, and this had been going on for over a week. Well, let me say this one without laughing. I'll give it my best shot. Stijo, the lawyer, thought it would be a good idea to take this to Augie RFC's After Hours live stream to hash this out once and for all. As you can assume by the tone of my voice, it didn't go well. Shocker! Remember that GameSpot footage from just before that we were speaking about? Well, his attempt to explain that created more questions than answers.
It's fair use for, her, but not for anyone else, because she's doing all these fucking reaction videos and stuff, which I'm fine with reaction videos. I don't have a problem with that. But then you have her blatantly ripping off content from the BBC, from fucking Square Enix, and from GameSpot. Like, the hypocrisy is so real with this bitch. You said the Resident Evil 2 footage was B-roll. Explain to me how that qualifies as B-roll.
Well, B-roll is footage that is sent to creators to be uploaded by the company.
Right, but you understand what the intent of B-roll is to be used for, right?
It's supposed to be in...
It's supposed to supplement your video. Yeah, some type of commentary or reaction, or there's supposed to be some kind of changes made to it. You don't just chop it up or you don't just like upload it in its entirety, just cut out the intro from GameSpot, upload it and call it a day. Like, you understand that that's not how you use B-roll, right?
Not necessarily. There's been plenty of times where I've been sent gameplay B-roll to be uploaded wholesale if I liked.
Do you have any proof of that?
I've got dozens of emails that I could show you.
Okay. Explain to me why GameSpot would be providing you with B-roll. It doesn't make any sense.
But what you've actually got to realize is that permission and fair use are two completely different things. If you're given something and then it's permissible use of that copyright, you don't even need to care about it.
But it's not GameSpot's copyright.
Yeah, I don't understand why GameSpot would give you guys permission, but I mean, if you could prove that, that would be great.
The footage itself does not belong to GameSpot. The footage itself belongs to Capcom.
Right, and did they give you permission to upload it entirety?
Wait, hold up. So you got permission from Capcom to upload this footage to your channel, but you're taking GameSpot's version of it? If you got permission, why wouldn't you use the footage that Capcom gave you permission to use? Why would you grab it from somewhere else?
You're asking me questions that I've got no fucking clue about because it's not my channel.
Yeah. So is it possible that Suzy maybe did something wrong and you're defending her for something that maybe you shouldn't be defending her for?
Well, that was some quality lawyer work, if you'd ask me. Oh, did I say lawyer? Apparently I meant former lawyer, like non-practicing lawyer, like Googles shit and pretends he's a lawyer. Yeah, like the Twitter kind of lawyer.
I said, are you really a lawyer?
Am I really a lawyer? Not anymore. I was.
Alright.
Uh-oh! So to summarize at this point what we know, Suzy Lu and her boyfriend are both hypocrites. Suzy struck a video that was clearly transformative enough to be considered fair use, and while she herself dabbled with questionable content across her career, her boyfriend, the lawyer, doesn't practice, and by the way he regurgitates information, it doesn't seem to be that big of a secret why. Now, Stijo is on a live show, essentially building our case against Suzy for what reason? I don't fucking know. It doesn't make any sense. He's just making it so easy. So that's where it all ends, right? Of course not. This is the internet after all, and if Suzy couldn't take a joke, let's take a bet on if she could take criticism.
The channels have been flagged and basically they're just looking into it at this point, and I know for a fact that a lot of the videos, they're just hate videos for the sake of it, you know. So the channels in question are currently being investigated, so that's some really good news.
Wow, another shocking conclusion. If there was only some way that creators like us could find out for sure who was flagged. This is especially relevant because a video tipster made about the subject that was literally just talking to a lawyer about the given situation was given a community guideline strike. The kind of strike you get if someone was reporting your videos. Starting to see where this is headed? Getting those gears a-turning? As Medicare would say, getting the noggin jogging. guys are going on to all the wrong stuff. You're arguing about B-roll footage. You're arguing about all that stuff. At the end of the day, she filed a false copyright strike, and that should be the main focus of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And on top of that, she announced that she flagged everybody. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. She flagged everybody. So when somebody talks bad about Suzy Lu, or her fucking name looks like Slug Me, she'll be known as Slug Me from now on. When somebody talks bad about Slug Me, she goes and she flags their shit down. And then
she's been flagging all of her news videos?
I don't know. She said she flagged a bunch of people and YouTube is looking at accounts, and suddenly Tipster's got a community guideline strike.
Oh.
And what is it on, Nick?
It was on the interview.
Yeah, the interview with the lawyer.
That was
now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Suzy, show your flag history.
Now, I'm demanding the flag history because I talked to Mundane Matt today, and he said that what he did wasn't as bad as what she just did.
You talked to Mundane Matt.
That's my.
You talked to Mundane Matt? Are you?
I'm just saying.
Jeez.
Listen, when I make my video, you're welcome to flag me, strike me. I'll talk to my lawyer. Suzy can talk to her lawyer. The difference is, I'm not fucking mine. Well, Stejo stayed on this stream for over an hour and a half, muttering the following excuses. But where is Suzy Lu? Well, if this excuse is true, and it's not, it's obviously 100% not, Suzy has the most athletic dog on the fucking planet.
Well, I mean, she's literally walking the dog right now, so I can't ask her, can I?
You tipster!
Report.
Yo, is Suzy done running this triathlon with her dog?
They can want all she wants, man. She's out walking the dog.
How long is it gonna take? I mean, she's out collecting boulders, walking the dog. We want to see the flag. DeOrio, you're on the air again. What's going on, man?
We still need the flag history. I'm sorry. It's
no. She's out collecting boulders right now. She can't come here.
She's out. She's walking the dog, dude. That dog is fucking. He needs water, bro. Bring the dog back. You're like Keemstar with the dog neglect. I'm still waiting for this fucking dog. I'm still waiting to find out how you didn't know there was an email for 4 days. We're not getting anywhere on this fucking story. Well, if this dog ever lands in the airport, you'll see what kind of person she is. That's right, the Quarry Queen was out collecting boulders. I mean, walking her dog for over an hour and a half. That dog must be ripped out of its fucking mind. A genetically altered super dog that can run at speeds that rival a sports car. Or maybe just 70 miles per hour. Or they're full of shit! Suzy sat behind her boyfriend for the entire time. She was there, she heard everything that was said, and sent him on her behalf. Probably not the best choice in hindsight. And all I'm asking is why? For someone who's about to tell you how much she doesn't care, it sure seems like she cares a lot. Bingo. And just like that, Suzy snatched the mic from her boyfriend.
One at a time, one at a time. I got 5 minutes.
Alright, then show your flag history. We don't need
We need to see your flag history.
One of you guys sounds like a cartoon character. It's actually amazing.
I don't care. I want to see your flag history.
But I mean, it's not like the Quarry Queen is going to pull a Mundane Matt, and by it's not like, I mean, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Right down to the 10-minute pause of Suzy acting like a deer in headlights when she realized she fucked up.
The Discord?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. Well, you gotta see video. We can't see
We
that.
need a screen share.
We need the screen share.
Whoa, hold on.
Lots of GG Reloaded though.
Yeah, lots of GG Reload.
Oh no.
Yeah, we can't have.
And
the
you
screen
can
share.
look. She can scroll down too. Like, where's the scroll?
Oh my.
Wait.
Look on the right-hand
This is
side.
not-
You can scroll down.
This is not a good look, Suzy.
Wait a minute. It's all the stuff talking about the story. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Suzy, no.
Oof. Yeah, we need.
And just like that, we've reached the end game. Suzy files false DMCA copyright strikes. Suzy steals content that's not for fair use. Suzy flags anyone who has the audacity to call her out on her bullshit for bullying, harassment, and even violence. Now call me crazy, I don't think this video was violent. I think it's criticism. And she passed this information to her contacts at YouTube to look into the channel. Imagine someone gets terminated.
So the channels in question are currently being investigated, so that's some really good news.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. See, this isn't a screen cap. This could have been altered. The Quarry Queen Suzy herself could have removed things from here. And to make matters worse, it fucking scrolls. This isn't even all of it, and I'm going to guess by demanding to send it as a screenshot instead of a screen cap, this is an admission of guilt that she was the one who flagged Tipster. This makes her responsible for not one, but 2 false copyright strikes that could and did damage channels. Or did they? In a shocking turn of events, even though the 2 have been vehemently defending themselves, Cjo admitted the strike was rescinded.
I mean, Kim, you've already spoke to Suzy, so you should already know what's happened with the Mark After Dark situation.
And
you would know that it was already, the strike has already been recalled and it's already come off his
then
channel.
What's the problem? Why is this still going on?
I have no idea. This is why.
So this is the first time we're hearing about this.
I've never known. Wait, nobody heard.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
And then
read the fucking email.
So I recently watched your live stream video where you talked about the copyright strike. Even though you decided to fill it with direct insults towards both myself and Cjo, I'm going to reluctantly pass that off as just you being upset at the situation. From your stream, I understand your reasoning for using my clip, and while I still don't believe that it falls under fair use, I don't believe that it was used for malicious reasons. As such, I've decided to retract the strike, something that I would have done willingly had you emailed me privately and had the conversation about it in the first place. I hope in future that you address this type of situation in a professional manner. You would be surprised how easily things can be resolved when approached correctly. All the best, Suzy Lu Gaming.
If your initial response was, what the fuck? Why are we still talking about this? And why is she still defending herself? Mine was too, and I don't blame you.
No, I think you're getting confused with copyright and community strikes again.
I mean, it could be either.
I'm not getting confused. She said she
expect-
flagged people. She didn't say she struck people. She said she flagged people and that people from YouTube were looking into their accounts. Now, I want to know who she flagged for what I assume was bullying and harassment. If it wasn't, it still qualifies.
On her
So
channel,
if you
it's
want to
still
talk
not down.
about, if you want to know who she was talking about with regards to that specific video, I hate naming names because this guy just, to me, is just like a knob. But
Don't worry. Literally nobody watches this show. There's under 50 people watching. Like, you're literally saying this name to nobody.
I don't, whatever. It was, is it GG Gamer? Is that? Fuck man, I need to get it.
So she flagged GG Gamer.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Alright, dude, I know you're not a lawyer.
YouTube
You just
about.
regurgitate so much stuff you shouldn't be saying publicly. Listen, Cjo, I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy. If she didn't flag Tipster at any point, or any of the people who made videos on her, she would look really good. We would all look really stupid right now. So, I'm just gonna let you know, if you don't produce any sort of flag history, we're all just gonna assume you did it. And that can have 100%. A lot of negative impacts moving forward. I'm just gonna let you know.
Yeah.
So if you want to just, I don't know, just put this all, wrap it nice tight with a nice little bow, because so far you've won here. So far you're doing a really good showing. You're fucking us up. But this one little thing might have a few negative drawbacks. I don't know. Just some advice. Nope. Sorry, Suzy. That's not how this fucking works. You removed the strikes, you tapped out, you do not get to play the high road here and declare victory. You are in the wrong. You didn't want the backlash, and that's unfortunate for you. You came to that conclusion too little, too late. But Suzy, sweetie, it's a good thing you burned all your bridges before it got bad.
I DM'd that Lucy Lu bitch, or whatever, and I was like, listen, cover this. First of all, she was like, oh, I'm a big fan and all this other stuff, and thank you for following me and all this weird shit, right? And I was just like, okay, yeah, cool. I was like, listen, can you please just retract these strikes and make a statement and apologize and say you're sorry? Because honestly, like, they're putting a lot of pressure on me to cover this story. And like, if you don't fucking fix this, like, I'm gonna have to cover the story, and I don't want to, because I honestly don't care. That's what I told her in DMs, right? But she was pretty much a bitch to me after that. I'll just say that much. And then she has her Twitter private, and she like unfollowed me or something because like I can't DM her anymore, right? And I'm not following her anymore, so she like soft blocked me. So I don't know, like I kind of want to make a video on her just to be like, okay, this bitch is false copyright striking or whatever.
And it's probably the most polarizing part of the story that Suzy had the audacity to tell Mark After Dark that it was his job to contact her. No, bitch, it's your job to contact Mark before the strike is ever sent. You instigated this entire situation, and you're not the victim. We don't condone people harassing you, or even unsubscribing for the most part. I know I don't, and I truly mean when I tell my audience to not give her a hard time. But I also don't feel bad that you're taking a bunch of shit for a situation you brought upon yourself. If Suzy wanted the video down, she should have contacted Mark. As you can see from Augie's live stream, if you watch the whole thing, he sounds like he would have been more than willing to do it. Crisis averted. Right now, Suzy Lu, sweetie, you earned this bad press. But what can we expect from Suzy? A girl that speaks to people like this.
If you want to prove your innocence, you gotta show your flag history.
Why would I care to prove my innocence to a bunch of nobodies on the internet?
Definitely not guilty. You flag tips.
Golly gee, there's that ego acting up again. That's the same ego that got her into trouble back in 2017 when she was blasted by the media for talking down to McDonald's employees on strike, telling them to get a real job. Meanwhile, she's a fucking Twitch streamer with an editor for her YouTube videos. Talk about a creator that's out of touch. Talk about somebody who thinks she's up there and we're all down here. When you put it in that perspective, all of this comes full circle and makes sense. How dare that nobody make a joke about me? I'm successful. Look at my numbers.
There's no point me even answering the question because you guys have already...
No, there is. Answer it.
Actually, it doesn't matter. She's right. It doesn't matter. Nothing
doesn't
matters
matter.
in this board. It doesn't matter. You're screwed, and I can't wait to watch it.
Sorry, who are you?
Well, I'm your dog that you've been walking for an hour.
Do you even realize what you just done?
No, she has no idea because she's on the other side of the internet, and she just crossed on it. She's gonna find
Why
out.
should I care? Please tell me why I should
Don't care.
What are you doing here?
Care
I care about the people that actually enjoy my
about
content.
48 hours. Give me about 48 hours.
No, here's the question. If you don't care, why are you still here?
Yeah, exactly. Get out.
Okay,
Why'd your boyfriend come on the stream? And just like that, she's gone. Unfortunately, too little, too late. Before I make my closing statement on this altercation, I'd love to let you know where you can find more content. If you're looking for the full stream with all the juicy details involving Charm Skull, Boblax, Augie, Keemstar, Tipster, Tommy C, and myself, the description will have a link for that. If you're looking for Mark After Dark's full video and a link to his channel, the description will have links for that. If you're looking for more videos on this topic by a vast number of creators, the description will have a link for that.
Why don't you shut your mouth?
I would never hold you
Seriously.
responsible for your fans.
I don't even know who you are, Nicholas. At the end of the day, the issue was between me and Mark.
Oh, you will!
And then me and Tipster.
A lot of people are gonna call her Mundane Matt 2.0, and if you don't know...
Watch it. Look at all those tabs! I have a lot of tabs open, but I have...
Thanks for reporting!
That one. But nothing on...
Now wait a minute!
Nothing on that. That's just...
What the fuck?
So, I have been in a not the best place mentally. And...
Now wait a minute, Matt! No!
Mundane Matt had an almost identical story around 6 months ago, but I think it's important to note that this isn't Mundane Matt 2.0. That term has been thrown around a lot. Mundane Matt never filed a DMCA strike on a channel. Mundane Matt never got videos actually taken down. As far as I'm concerned, Suzy is worse than Mundane Matt. And the best part is, Suzy hasn't learned a fucking thing. Most of these guys don't. Don't believe me? Let's check in with Just Destiny.
LT Cobra better YouTuber? It's a faggot.
She still sees herself as a victim. And as far as I'm concerned, she needs to be an example. Her credibility should never recover. What do you think, Suzy?
Now, I don't even know where to start. Because at the end of the day, the copyright thing is between myself, YouTube, and the channel in question. And at this point, it is literally just slander for the sake of views.
You can't have any legitimate criticism against Stajo or Suzy Lu in regards to this conversation or the situation. You can't even ask them any questions or try to start a dialogue with them about the situation. It's either you see it their way or you're wrong.
The channels have been flagged and basically they're just looking into it at this point. And I know for a fact that a lot of the videos, they're just hate videos for the sake of it, you know. So the channels in question are currently being investigated, so that's some really good news.
It looks like Suzy Lu is just going to double down on this situation. Rather than just admitting, hey, she goofed and retracting the strike, she's going to double down and insist that she believes that her use of the content, or rather Mark After Dark's use of her content, was not fair use, and she's going to maintain the strike on his channel.
It kind of reminds me why I've never really enjoyed like the hate channels or the drama channels or just things like that, because I mean they literally only exist to blow everything out of proportion so that you only see their opinion, so that you get frustrated, so that you then go and attack somebody else. That is the point. That is media to a T. You see it all the time.
Hey, Nicholas DeOrio, we in this shit, son?
That's how I feel when I get up out of bed. I got money on my mind, pretty women on my head. I'ma hustle till I'm rich or until a nigga dead. And you know I keep it real. You can quote me when I said I feel unstoppable. Question every obstacle. You niggas can't see me though. You bitches can't be me though. Boy, I feel unstoppable. Question every obstacle.